Greetings, everyone. Today, Team 7 will present our analysis of Apple Inc. from a corporate communication perspective. As interns, reporting to the Director of Corporate Communications, our goal is to evaluate Apple's company narrative, identify its key challenges, and propose a communication objective to strengthen its positioning. Before we are jumping to the content, please allow me to introduce our team. First, we have Sherilyn as the team leader, Anson as the case competition coordinator, Ferry as the research lead, Beatrix as the visual design lead, and me, Wafin, as the presentation captain. And this is this will be the presentation guide. That company background will be presented by Wafin. Challenges will be presented by Charlene. Key issue will be presented by Beatrix. Key stakeholder will be presented by Ferry. And the last one, communication objective, will be explained by Anson. And now for the company's narrative. Apple is working to deliver a seamlessly integrated personal technology such as devices, software, services that empowers creativity and productivity by convincing consumers that privacy, simplicity, and responsible innovation make life better when everything works together. Apple Inc. It's great. And now for the narrative pillars. The company's narrative that I have mentioned before is supported by these three strong pillars. First is seamlessly integrated and simple ecosystem. Second is privacy as fundamental. Third is responsible innovation in AI or Apple Intelligence. So for the first pillar, seamlessly integrated and simple ecosystem, Apple focuses on building a seamless and simple ecosystem. Its hardware, its software, its services, uh, they are designed to work together as one unified experience. The example for the hardware is our devices is iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, Vision Pro, and etc. For the software is Mac OS, iOS, iPad OS, Watch OS, Vision OS, and etc. For the services, Apple has iCloud, Apple Music, App Store, and etc. And for the second pillar is privacy as fundamental. Apple treats privacy as a fundamental human rights and integrates it into architecture and features such as data minimization, on-device processing, and end-to-end protections. This is the example. This is real. And the third pillar is responsible innovation in AI or Apple Intelligence. Apple offers a personal, device-integrated AI designed to boost creativity and productivity while keeping the data secure. Simple tasks are processed by entirely on device, and complex requests use private cloud compute, where data is neither stored nor accessible even to Apple, and it is independently verifiable. And the next part will be presented by Sherilyn. Sherilyn, please.
Okay, thank you, Shoa. For the next one, I will be explaining about the challenges. So Apple is one of the most admired companies in the world. Its story is powerful. A seamless ecosystem, privacy is as a human right, and responsible innovation. But when we step back and listen to external voices, there are two main challenges appear, which is the Apple Intelligence and privacy. The first challenge is Apple Intelligence. While Microsoft, Google, and OpenAI have dazzled the world with breakthroughs, Apple has been slower. Some analysts, like Dane Ives, even call its strategy a disaster. Others argue Apple hasn't figured out how to turn AI into a profit engine, so it feels more like a cost center. Apple then counters with its own vision, an AI that is privacy first, built directly into devices and designed with private cloud compute, so even Apple cannot access your data. Experts admire the stances, but researchers warn that leaks and exceptions could still undermine the promise. The second challenge is privacy. Apple positions itself as the champion of privacy. Supporters and academics praise them for pushing boundaries with on-device processing and reduced tracking. But cracks appear in the story. Cybersecurity researchers have shown that Siri sometimes sends sensitive data to servers. And in France, regulators fined Apple 150 million euros, saying its app tracking transparency feature unfairly burdens small publishers. So while Apple's message is powerful, the reality is more complicated. And next will be explained by Patrick for the key issue.
Okay, thank you, Sherilyn. So now we're moving on to Apple's key issue. So their key issue is the trust gap of consistent dedication to customers' privacy. And Apple's main message is that the ultimate defender of privacy, which is called a fundamental human right, this narrative is a key difference from its competitors and it's backed up by features like app tracking transparency or ATT and on-device processing. However, real-world incidents revealed a disconnect between this narrative and also the reality. The first one is public perception versus reality, where Apple promises seamless privacy, but the report says that Siri occasionally sends sensitive data to server even for product improvement. This shows that the Apple's privacy isn't absolute. This tactical nuance is often lost on consumers, creating a perception that Apple's privacy claims are not flawless. Second one is users' privacy versus anti-competitive behavior. A fine from French regulator for Apple's ATT framework highlights a conflict between its pro-privacy narrative and its business practices. The regulator argued that Apple used privacy as a tool to gain a competitive advantage by favoring its own ecosystem over a small publisher. And this makes Apple's privacy stance look like a strategic business move rather than a universal belief. And this creates a trust problem. Apple's strongest brand's assets, which is privacy, risk being seen as a strategy rather than a core belief, which is weakening its marketing edge. And next one, my friend Ferry will explain more detail into key stakeholders.
Thank you, Beatrix. So the next one, I will explain about the three key stakeholders that are impacted by the key issue, which is balancing its privacy narrative with the need to compete in AI. The first one is the customers. As a primary external stakeholders, Apple's customers are central to this issue. They want the best of both sides, which is the advanced personalized AI features they see from competitors and the unwavering data protection they've come to expect from Apple. Their main concern is being forced to choose between advanced technology and privacy. Because of their great power through collective purchasing decision, their clear legitimacy as users, and the urgency of their demand for competitive features, customers are classified as definitive stakeholders. This means they require Apple's most focused and strategic focus communication and strategic attention. The second stakeholder is shareholders and investor. Shareholder and investor represent a crucial internal stakeholders group whose primary concern is the company's long-term financial health and market leadership. They need confidence in Apple's AI strategy to ensure sustainable growth, and they worry that the company's cautious, privacy-focused approach could cause it to lose the AI race, which is can harming their investment. While they pose high power as owners and unquestionable legitimacy, their demands are typically less immediate, pressing than the customer. Therefore, shareholders are classified as dominant stakeholder who must be managed closely and keep informed of the company's strategic direction. The last one is the competitors. Finally, competitors like Google and Microsoft are a significant external stakeholder group. Their rapid innovation in AI is what creates the narrative of Apple lagging and put pressure on the company to act. These firms had significant power to shape the market and create a high degree of urgency with every new product they launch. However, they have no legitimacy in Apple's internal decision-making process. According to Salient's model, This combination of high power and urgency with zero legitimacy makes them dangerous stakeholders. They pose a strategic threat that Apple must counter by monitoring them closely and responding effectively in the marketplace. Next will be explained by Anson.
Okay, thank you, Ferry, for the explanation. We'll continue about discussing the communication objective. What kind of communication objective that Apple should adopt to bridge the gap in its different narrative? To start with, as mentioned by my peers or by my fellows, Apple has long positioned itself as a brand that improves life through a seamless ecosystem, a strong privacy protection, and also responsible innovation in AI. However, the challenges today is that the competitors like Google, Microsoft, Meta are perceived to be far ahead in its AI development. This creates a split narrative. The first side is the external critics claim that Apple is lagging, while Apple itself is insisting that it is leading through privacy-first technology. This split matters. Why? Because customers want both powerful AI and also strong privacy, while investors want assurance that Apple won't fall behind. So then, Apple must unify its message. The communication objective that we have created should therefore be position Apple Intelligence or AI as the industry's benchmark for responsible and also verifiable AI. This objective balances both sides of the story. For the one side, it assures the customers that Apple's AI is powerful, but also yet private. And it also reassures that investors that Apple has a defendable growth story built on trust. And there are 4 reasons why we should adopt or why Apple should adopt this objective. The first one is the narrative split is real and also risky. Apple cannot afford to emphasize only privacy or only on the capability. It needs also to bring both together. The second one is Apple products architecture uniquely support this promise. Its AI runs on device, like on MacBook, on iPhone, or an Apple Watch, and for more complex tasks, securely escalates to private cloud computing, allowing Apple to prove that it is both powerful and also private. The third one is the verifiability is a differentiator. By letting independent researchers inspect the exact program code that runs on its servers, Apple can turn skepticism into proof, strengthening both consumer trust and also investor confidence. And the fourth one, the last one, Apple have already owns a privacy in customers' mind. Privacy is a fundamental human right. It's a long-standing Apple pillar, with a great number of people using Apple products from iPhones to Apple Watches. The objective ties AI to that equity. So Apple isn't seen as late, it is seen as just leading responsibly. Next. Now, how should Apple communicate this objective? The most effective way will be through the high visibility events. Next. Such as the annual WWDC or Apple Worldwide Developer Conference, when Apple showcased their products to the electronics market. For example, Apple could demo Siri solving complex tasks fully on device, and then show task process in the cloud. And also finally, next, Apple could also extend its campaign, Privacy That's Apple, with the simple tagline, Private by Design, that its advertisement would highlight an AI feature like rewriting emails or creating image paired with a short explanation, or where the processing happens and what is not retained. So in conclusion, this approach unifies Apple's story, strengthens its identity as a leader in privacy, and also not to forget positions Apple Intelligence or AI as the gold standard for responsible technology development. And next, and that's all about our presentation with the Apple narratives focusing on its development on AI technology. Thank you for your attention. Should you have any comments, any questions, or maybe want to have some discussion with us, let us know in the comments below. So we are Team 7. Thank you and see you next time.